Hulk Hogan's cause of death has officially been revealed, and the truth is more heartbreaking than anyone expected. On the morning of 24th July, 2025, the wrestling icon, born Terry Jean Bollea, suffered a massive heart attack at his Clearwater, Florida home. Emergency services responded to a 911 call at 9:51 a.m., reporting that Hogan had gone into cardiac arrest. Paramedics arrived within minutes, performing CPR and rushing him to Morton Plant Hospital. Despite their efforts, Hulk Hogan was pronounced dead at 11:17 a.m., at the age of 71. But the tragedy doesn't stop there. The official autopsy report, released just days later by the Pinellas County Medical Examiner, confirmed the cause of death as acute myocardial infarction, a severe and sudden heart attack. However, it also revealed something the public never knew. Hogan had been privately battling chronic lymphocytic leukemia, a form of blood cancer. On top of that, he suffered from atrial fibrillation, a serious heart rhythm disorder. These underlying conditions contributed to his fatal heart failure, and fans are just now beginning to understand how much he had kept hidden. For years, Hogan was known as the ultimate symbol of strength, courage, and intensity in the wrestling world. But behind the scenes, the toll of decades in the ring was slowly catching up with him. Just 2 months before his death, in May 2025, Hogan underwent a complex 4-level neck and spine surgery to address long-standing pain from his wrestling injuries. His wife, Sky Daly, had publicly assured fans that Hogan's heart was strong and that the surgery was successful. But in truth, those closest to him had seen a man rapidly fading. Friends like Eric Bischoff, a longtime ally in the wrestling industry, visited Hogan in his final days. Bischoff later revealed that Hogan could barely speak and was using supplemental oxygen. He even told Bischoff he didn't want people to remember him like this. His condition had deteriorated so quickly that his team kept his health under wraps. Just 2 days before his death, Hogan's longtime manager Jimmy Hart tweeted that the wrestling legend was doing phenomenal. That illusion shattered just hours later. The news of Hogan's death sent shockwaves through the world. WWE released an emotional statement calling him one of pop culture's most recognizable figures, and a key driver in WWE's global expansion. Social media erupted in tributes. Wrestling legends like Ric Flair, The Undertaker, Kurt Angle, and Triple H posted heartfelt messages. Flair said he was absolutely shocked and called Hogan the greatest superstar of all time. Even Donald Trump, who once shared the WrestleMania stage with Hogan, tweeted that the world had lost a great American hero. Hogan's daughter, Brooke, posted a gut-wrenching message on Instagram, saying, "A piece of my soul is gone. I lost my dad, my hero, my friend." She also added that despite his condition, he always smiled when she entered the room, and kept his fighting spirit until the very end. And now, fans are left mourning a legend whose impact will never fade. Hulk Hogan wasn't just a wrestler, he was a cultural phenomenon. From headlining WrestleMania 3 against Andre the Giant, to launching the Envo in WCW, to being a household name in the 80s and 90s with catchphrases like, "Say your prayers and eat your vitamins," Hogan transcended sports entertainment. He was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame twice, once as a solo competitor in 2005, and again in 2020 with the New World Order. Yet behind the muscles, the bundna, and the booming voice, was a man in pain. A man who underwent over 25 surgeries in the last 10 years alone. A man who masked his suffering with strength until he simply couldn't anymore. Fans are already gathering outside Hogan's childhood home in Augusta, Georgia, and at WWE headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut, leaving flowers, memorabilia, and handwritten letters. A private funeral service is scheduled later this week, with many of his closest friends from the wrestling world expected to attend. Rumors suggest a public memorial event might be held by WWE during SummerSlam weekend to honor his legacy in front of the fans he loved most. The world will never see another Hulk Hogan. He was lightning in a bottle, a showman, a fighter, a symbol of 20th century wrestling history. And now, as the curtain falls on the life of a true legend, one thing is certain: his legacy will live forever in the hearts of millions. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.